We are at Belgium, Masters of Foam. Hopefully you are hearing me okay. Let me know if you're not. But what I wanted to do this evening is do a little track walk. Not quite fully down at the moment, so we might not be able to do a full track walk. And then we'll take a little look around the pits, maybe get a word from a few drivers along the way. It's pretty quiet right here, right now. But anyhow, I thought I'd stream anyway. I promised you a little insight into what's going on this weekend. And so hopefully this will give you some indication of what's to come this weekend. So let's flip the old camera around. They've done a pretty spectacular job at finding a venue that can host something of this calibre. Hopefully you can all hear me okay. Let me know if you can't. So, this all feels a bit unstable, so maybe I shouldn't be standing up here, but we'll have a little look anyway. So you can see, I mean, we've been very used to Masters of Foam being at Racing Arena Limburg, but it's been moved. Obviously Limburg has been shut down now, but the guys have put together something pretty cool here. Let's just navigate down the stairs and give you a little walk around. Looks like we've got something going on down here at the end of the straight. Probably some shimmying, and maybe perhaps I can get a little bit of an insight into the track, see if we've got a track map. Have you got a track map somewhere? Have you got a track map somewhere? We could just take a little look. Hot off the press. Got a little track map, that's awesome. Thank you very much. Well, that looks like we're going to have to have a little GPS here. So this is the track as it stands. Now I'm guessing, let's see if we can piece the jigsaw together here. Yeah, so that's the way it's going to be run. Looks like it's running anti-clockwise, which is going to be a little bit different to what we're used to seeing. This section looks like Andy Smith has been hard at work. It looks like there's a circle section going on here. Andy, if you're watching, you'll be proud to see that these guys have copied you. And then some seriously tight sections, and as you'd expect for 12 scale, there's lots going on. So big thanks to this gentleman. How's the track build going so far?
Great. So we need to finish the other stuff on the curbs almost.
Say again?
We need to finish the curbstones.
Yep, curbstones first. So the curbstones first are going to go in, and then you'll lay the rest of the track, or the other way around?
I think the most stuff is now placed on the track. It's only the finishing touch, the curbstones.
Ah, okay, fantastic. Okay, interesting.
So we'll be a fluent layout.
Yeah, brilliant, brilliant. So there you go, you've heard it there, that the actual track markers are down. The next bit to go down is actually the curbstones, these red and white bits and bobs. So stay tuned for that, which will obviously, as usual, be good for the cars. As you can hear, we've got a bit of grinding going on with the body shells, pitting outside here down the side of the track, which is very cool. It looks like Bjarne is going to be up on the rostrum there, reffing and commentating. Something new well, not new actually, because there was a restaurant at Racing Arena Limburg. But got a nice bar in here, and have a couple of beers and some refreshments. Track building team. Bit of a UK team going on down here. Morgan, Ollie, Steve, G and Chris. We've got Mr. Payne. Let's have a little word with Mr. Payne. What's going on, Mark?
Well, I'm just getting my thing together.
What thing are you getting together?
I've been through me batteries,
Okay.
all good.
All good, so you've cycled those?
Check me motors,
Okay.
chosen a motor.
Chosen one.
Yeah, it'll be too slow.
But
I've
you,
got a choice of motors that'll all be too slow.
I don't believe you. I don't believe you. What do you think so far of the track?
Have you
Well,
s-
I mean, the track isn't really laid, but by all accounts, the track is laid out. The only thing that's needing putting down are the red and white corner markers. So there's there's not a lot of
the
markers.
metal ends of the.
Well,
You know it's made out of metal, don't you?
yeah, I do. I did hear them clanging as they were putting them down, but I feel that if there's only red and whites going down, then I'm tipping that they're going to be a way away from where we're going to be cornering. So
Let's hope so.
let's hope it's not another Hootie Arena extravaganza, Mark.
It could all be going back in a plastic bag.
What car are you running?
I'm running the Automatics A12.
Let's have a little look.
Yes.
Let's have a little look. Let's get a little scoop on the car.
I'm just putting the motor in now.
Okay.
Just going in. Look, spur gear's not working.
Trinity
Gonna have some
RevTech.
tyres on it.
Okay.
I should be running Hagbergs.
Hagbergs. Which one?
At the moment, I'm going to go with dots, red dots.
Okay, going to start on red dots.
Apparently, good for ETS carpet.
Yeah, well, that's what Alex says, huh?
That's what Alex says.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Have you-
Alex can say various things.
Yeah, he said various things to me and absolutely nosed me up. But anyway, I'm sure
Anyway,
I'm sure
his
he-
tyres,
yeah.
I'm sure that's the way to go.
Absolutely. And any other tyre that you might be trying this weekend?
Well, in the box, I've also got Hagberg standards and also XMs if all is going wrong.
Ulti XM.
Ulti XMs.
Ulti XM. Well, listen, we're going to check back in with you and hear how it goes over the weekend. Wish you well.
All right,
Cheers,
take
Mark.
care, mate.
We'll track down and we'll see what's going on here with young G. This is Shay Cartwright. For those of you that will be watching online, this is the old laptop here. Let me give you a bit of a... Oh, lights are out. Let's give you a little view of what you're going to see track-wise. So that's what you're going to see of the track. So it'll be a decent view and we'll have the live timing up on the screen. There's the cable. There's the cable, the camera up in the corner. So hopefully all systems go with the stream. G, what's going on?
What's going on?
What's going on?
Just changing my servo saver.
Okay, servo saver change. Got something new going on.
Last minute. You keep on looking like you're going to hand me that.
No, that's my microphone. Look, it's on a caliper.
Sorry, I'll stop moving.
No, that's all right. That's all right. I've got it out of shot so it looks professional.
Ah, okay.
It's like a boom.
I'll hold it for
It's
you.
like a boom. It's like a
I'll
boom.
hold it
That's
for
right.
you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you can do. Yeah,
there
you
you
can
go.
hold it. Yeah,
Like
perfect.
that.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, perfect.
So what would you like to know?
Well, so new venue
Yes. Looks good, doesn't it?
does look good. I've just speaking to the track man, and there's no more metal piping to go down.
That's good to know.
That's
isn't
good
it?
to know.
That's good to know. Because I can easily pack up. It will take me about 10 minutes. Wouldn't be long.
So metal piping down. There's only red and white curbing to go down,
Okay.
which is pretty cool.
Okay.
Same feel as Racing Arena Limburg, which I like because it's always a good vibe that with the red and white.
And I presume
curbs.
they'll go with a similar design track as well.
Yeah, I've
I
looked at
would
it.
assume.
I've looked at it down in the corner there. It's pretty.
Because it looks like it's got the tight
Yeah.
turn by underneath the rostrum
And
right
what-
in front of you.
I think what's also interesting is that it's anti-clockwise, but I've just twigged in my brain that that's what they race at Racing Arena Limburg anyway, anti-clock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying is that one right underneath the rostrum.
Yeah.
Where that right hander's right in front of you, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Do you remember?
Yeah. I see what
Yeah,
you're saying
I
there.
hit it a number of times.
I see what you're saying. Well, it's
Yeah.
good to check that it's still there, right?
Yeah,
good.
absolutely.
So you're running the Schumacher chassis?
I am. Now?
Yeah. You've gone from X-Ray to
Yeah.
Schumacher.
Yeah.
Why the change?
I couldn't drive the X-Ray.
Okay. For what
Couldn't drive
reason? Do you feel?
Technically not good enough.
Okay. So in terms of mechanicking.
Setup wise, just too narrow a window for my ability. So
Yeah.
I've gone to something that is obviously easier to set up.
Yeah.
And hope to make progress.
Yeah. And just recently you've been running at Millay,
Yep, ran at Eastbourne, Malays, and
West Kent.
West Kent recently last weekend.
And how 3 very different tracks. How's the
Yes.
car gone over those 3 tracks?
Yeah, probably the only mistakes it's made are my mistakes rather than the car mistakes.
Yeah.
And yeah, gone very well. Tested it,
Yeah.
strength-wise, and it's come through with flying colours.
Yeah.
So yeah, pretty good. Looking forward to this.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And look, we're going to check back in and
Okay,
hear
yeah,
how you
yeah,
go.
yeah. Keep an eye on it.
We'll let you go. Get on. Thanks for your time, G. Well, let's move along to Mr. House, who's just keen at work doing something there. What's going on, Chris? What
Notice I've got a small crack on the wishbone.
small crack on the wishbone?
Yeah, so I've got uneven on the front. I'm just going
Okay.
to put a new wishbone on.
Okay, so maybe a pilot error there. May have clicked something along the way. Okay. Heckling from Mr. Payne in the background. Yeah. Well, listen, I wasn't going to bring up spur gears or anything like that, but yeah, it feels now that Steve's segue into spur gears. How many are you bringing this weekend?
Got a bag full of them.
I've got bag of spur gears and pinions. Well, listen, that's not going to be your issue this week. I think you're going to have a great weekend this weekend. You're sitting very close to Mr. Payne over there, who's got like 30 cars on the table, which will. I don't think I'm supposed to show any of that stuff. Am I allowed to show any of that stuff on the camera?
Some of them no.
Okay, right. Okay, well, I won't come. No, that's all right. I won't come there. We'll get an interview with you in a little bit. What's the expectation this weekend, Chris?
Just to get round.
Just
to be in the
as
bottom
much as
final.
that. As much as that. Just
Not to be in the bottom final.
okay. But look.
Won't be the not to be the bottom Brit. as well.
Okay. Yeah. Lane 1, no
You've been a
Brits.
bit ambitious, Chris.
Why do you think he's being a bit ambitious,
No, I'm
Jim?
just saying. I mean, I'm all for setting my sights very high,
And so you are literally a travelling roadshow. I mean, you go all over the world.
you mean?
No, I wasn't going to use circus, Chris. Chris, this is abuse. But
I get it all the
take no
time.
notice.
I
Take
get it
no
all the
notice.
time.
Take no notice of them, Chris. So, but you do a lot of overseas stuff. I mean,
Yeah.
Flow Rider. You do a little bit of snowbirds in
Yeah.
Florida. You were recently in. Help me out. Where
New
were
York
New York.
and
That's it.
Toronto.
And Toronto, of course you were. I mean, the air miles you're collecting.
Yeah.
I mean, you must be sitting up the front, aren't you? Bit
Well,
of
I
first
had
class.
I had a row to myself when we come home.
Oh well, stretch your legs
Yeah,
out.
just have a
You
good
and your
sleep.
spur gears in a row, all on your own. So listen, Chris, we're going to check back in.
Yeah.
I was going to say there were people there at the beginning, but they all moved away.
Yeah,
It's Ollie and Morgan. They moved.
we're going to check back in with what's going on with you over the weekend because I've heard a few requests. Can we see the part of Spur Gears on Saturday evening? So we will check back
I
in
will
on
keep
that.
them.
Have a good one. We'll come back to these two Herberts in a little bit. Look, I mean, they're on the suites already, and we're only on Thursday evening. So anyhow, so that's the track. That's the track, and pitting down the left-hand side. That's where the camera. Can you believe it? That's the camera that's going to be streaming all of the content. So we go through here, front door. I'm hoping the Tinternet doesn't drop out, so we'll keep things crossed and all of that. And then we come into this little section here, which is some more pitting, some more drivers, and then we're going to have the race results going on up there, which is pretty cool. And then we come through, and then we are in the truing room, the room of doom. Bit of truing going on. When that finishes, I'm going to come and have a little chat to you. Have you got 30 seconds? Let's finish up. So this is the other pit room. And maybe we'll get a few driver interviews over the weekend if we get some time. Hit the like button if you haven't done so already. That would be super helpful. So it looks like that true is done. This gentleman is using some mob gums. Sorry, I don't know your name, sir.
Bernard.
Say again?
Bernard.
Bernard. Nice to meet you, Bernard. So, your first time to a Masters of Foam or a regular before?
Regular,
Pre-COVID, a regular. What chassis do you run?
own.
Which chassis do you run?
An own.
An own.
Yeah. With basic few parts from Roche few parts from X-ray, few parts from CSC.
So a hybrid of different
Yeah.
parts put together. And you're
Yeah, chassis, carbon parts are for myself.
brilliant, brilliant. And so you're a regular 12 scaler?
Yeah, when I have time. Yeah.
Yeah. And whereabouts you race?
Sorry.
Whereabouts do you race?
Yeah. I don't know.
But so what country do you race in?
Holland.
Holland.
Yeah.
Holland. Okay, so not far from here.
No. 300 kilometers.
Yeah. Oh, close enough.
Yeah, close enough.
And the name of your track and club at home?
Oh, EVMC in Velp.
Okay.
Yeah.
And a big club? Big 12 scalers?
No, yeah, few 12 scales, but
Okay.
we don't have a track on the club.
Okay.
So we have to drive to go somewhere else.
Okay. So what class do they run at your track?
Mostly 1.5 scale and 1.8.
Okay, so outdoors?
Yeah,
Outdoors, okay.
And we have indoor mini set, so that's how we try to.
Yeah. And so so this is a bit of a part-time thing for you then. So 12 scale, not something that you do regularly?
No, not that regular anymore now.
Yeah, okay. Well, we wish you well. We'll maybe check back in and see how you get on over the weekend.
Okay.
Thanks for your time. I'll leave you back to your
Yeah.
to your
Thank
touring.
you.
No
Bye.
problem. Thank you. So there we go. That was interesting, wasn't it? That was someone running a hybrid. Go. Bit more. We'll maybe leave these guys. They're all setting up. These guys look a little bit on the professional side. Good evening. How are you?
I'm good. And you?
Very well. Very well. So. X-ray, obviously. Is this a bit of the team going on over here?
Yeah, I could say so.
Yeah. Not so many X-rays running here or in the UK. How's it going in Europe, X-ray wise?
It depends of the country. In some countries we got a lot of racers, a lot of drivers, but it depends what's the most popular class. Like in Slovakia and in Poland we got popular class 112 GT. There's a lot of guys driving that class. In Austria also 12 GT.
Okay.
So at the moment 12 GT is the most popular class
Yeah.
from all available.
Great. Well, listen, I'm going to come back to you in a moment because they've got some music on there which YouTube won't like, so I'll pop back.
Okay, yeah.
See you soon. All right, so I had to pan away from there because copyrights and all that nonsense, it shuts me down. So there's a little bit more track going down. Are you two numpties ready? Did I say numpties? I meant lovely people. We can come over there. We've hidden all of the cars. Steve's going to exit stage left. Come on, Ollie, grab the.
Is this a microphone?
That's a microphone.
Oh, yeah.
I know we've gone up in the world. It's on a caliper. It's on a caliper. I haven't extended to yet. When we've hit 10,000 subs, maybe I'll upgrade to a super mic. Listen, let's go out and have a little look at the track. Let's have a little look at the track. So we've got Ollie Payne here, Keen Roche 12 scaler. How's things been going with you since post-COVID?
Not so bad.
Yeah.
Ups and downs, as
Yeah.
always. The lack of racing didn't really help because it stopped development and everything else.
Yeah.
But sort of getting back into the swing of things now.
Yeah. Max in a good place with everything?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
We're getting back on track with everything, like I said. So, yeah, just try and keep on top of things
Yeah.
and move forward, really.
Yeah, brilliant. So, thoughts so far on track layout?
As long as we're going, I assume we're going this. No, it must be early.
Anti-clock we're going.
Oh, yeah, that'll be tough.
Yeah.
We've got a donut, which is always fun, you know.
I
the,
said Andy Smith-
Chesterfield style. He'll be loving that one.
Yeah, Andy Smith is
They
going to be.
must have taken inspiration. It's quite big. That's always nice. Nothing looks too high risk, which is cool. No sweepers, no crazy
Yeah.
places to fire a car. Yeah, looks pretty good.
Yeah, sweepers are not my.
No, that's just a place you could destroy a car and everything else along with it.
Yeah.
No,
And,
nothing looks too high risk, which is nice.
and do you tend to see 12 scale tracks air away from sweepers as you go around
In
the world?
my opinion, yeah, because the problem with a sweeper is it's just a place where you have one tiny little tap and it results in a huge crash. A touring car, it's not so bad because they just sort of tumble off and carry on. But with 12 scale, they're traveling at such a speed, and because obviously they're rear wheel drive with a solid axle now, one tap and it's game over. So in my opinion, the slower the better you can make the corners. It's not so much the size of the track; it's just how much you can slow it down and make it less risky.
Yeah. And the rumble strips kind of thing, fan of that?
I
or not
personally
fan?
love them.
Me too.
Yeah. For 12 scale, because there's enough of a penalty that if you tap it, obviously, like, some people are with it and are with against it. Like, for me, I think if you tap it and there's enough of a penalty, you shouldn't have to break your car to be shown a crash. You know what I mean? You should be able to tap somewhere and you get a time penalty, but not enough that you can finish your run. So for me, I have no problem with them.
Yeah. And they're usually low marshal, aren't they? Low marshal
When
tracks.
do you ever see a car stuck on a curb?
No.
It's very unlikely. So, but the problem is, that's what the other thing that adds risk is if you have like the middle of a chicane and there's nothing and you can't get to it because there's cars coming, it just causes problems for everyone else. So yeah, for me, the worst thing is solid barriers. There'll be a car upside down in the middle of the track. No one sees it. You go into it. With a curb, they seem to bobble off to the outside rather than the racing line. So
Yeah, they're grip losers, aren't they?
yeah, that's it. You kind of have a bobble and it sends you off the line. You never really stay in the middle of the racetrack. So, and it also helps with like racing because if you apply pressure to someone, they don't crash in front of you. Then you collect them. They hit the strip, go wide, and you're past them. So for me, it just makes everything better, especially for 12 scale.
And looking forward to you're doing mod and stop this
Yeah, I'm
weekend?
doing both again,
Yeah.
which it'll be a lot of pressure, but it's fun.
What do
Busy
you
as always.
do you find it easy to flick between mod
Yeah,
and
I
top?
have no issue going between the two, like racing wise. But if you've just had like a really intense race in stock and then you go straight into mod, you're still shaking with adrenaline. It makes it tough. That's the only time it's ever difficult. But for me, switching between the two is like a warm-up lap and it's done. So
Yeah.
if it was mod into stock, I think I'd struggle more because I'd accelerate and nothing would happen. Whereas stock, you put your mod car down and you can ease into it. But with stock, it's like so flat out for the whole time. It's completely different. So.
Listen, let's go. Let's head back down and very quickly take a look at your car.
Yeah, sure.
I'm being told that we've got to go because we've got to go to the Airbnb. Look, we've got close to 20 people watching this. Mark, I mean, this is as good a live on the road as we've ever had, heaven's sake, and he's trying to spoil it. But we'll do 2 minutes. I just want to have a little look at young Oliver's car. Heckle Morgan. Morgan Williams is running his Roche as well.
Indeed.
There. What we got here, Ollie? Talk us through.
This is my mod car, which
Yep.
features a slightly longer shock than my stock car. They're pretty much similar in any other way. This one has a little bit less shock angle for modified, makes it a little bit safer. This is my stock car as I ran it at MB the last time I raced it. So literally as is, super short shock with a lot of angle, just helps more rotation.
So looking a bit more aggressive with this car.
Yeah, I run a slightly harder front spring so it carries more corner speed, but then I try and generate more steering from the rear end of the car, again to increase corner speed. Whereas mod is, you kind of want to fire it into the corner and get it out as quick as possible, so I run it to set up to suit. So the rear end's pretty much locked in as it can be, and then the front end is set up to be more aggressive. So I kind of run the opposite way around. The rear of this car is more aggressive and the front of it's safer, and then the front of this one's more aggressive and that one's safer, just to allow it to drive the way I like.
And of course, your setups will be online after
Yeah.
the weekend for people to
That's
catch
it.
up with that.
Yeah.
I've spoken to Max, and we're going to make sure we get the logo on the screen as well. Let's catch up with you over the weekend, see how you're going, maybe Saturday evening, see how you've done.
Perfect.
Thanks for your time. Brilliant. Thank you, Oliver. Much appreciated. So everyone, that is a track walk, pit walk, bit of an interview. I hope you all enjoyed it. We're going to dash off now and get to our digs, and we'll be back live tomorrow, first thing in the morning. Check out all of the various streams we're going to be doing. Mark might be doing a bit of interviewing, a bit of commentating as well, if he's lucky. If you've liked it, hit the like, subscribe, share with your friends, and we'll see you all, you guessed it, trackside soon.
We're going to go and drink water.